Thorne. 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 It's cold beer time.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Cold Beer Time with Joe.
And Thorne.
All right, so today we're looking at Champagne Velvet and Miller High Life.
Miller High Life.
Champagne Velvet was created in 1902, which makes it 1 year older than Miller High Life. Gosh, I'm excited about this one because I like Champagne Velvet, and I have not had Miller High Life in, I can't remember.
We're big fans of Champagne Velvet. I haven't had Miller High Life in a long time either. For everybody that doesn't know, Champagne Velvet is it's a daily drinker for, craft beer drinkers. But it still kind of sits in that category of being old man beer.
Yep. And High Life, we all know, is like an old man beer. So I'm excited to try these. We'll be right back after these messages.
You dance on a river of wood, and the spinning shapes in the cold, dark water are your only bridge home. So you keep on dancing until the last log is in place and you can head for Miller time. Time for the best tasting beer you can find, Miller High Life.
When it's time to relax, we've got the beer, Miller beer. If you've got the time, we've got the beer.
And we're back. All right, so we do have a blind taste test today. We don't know what this beer is, and as you know, or as you should know, we've got Champagne Velvet up against Miller High Life. So without further ado, we're gonna, try this out and maybe throw a couple of facts out there.
I'm thirsty. So
Let's drink up.
Cheers. I'm not smelling much.
No, but it's not bad. Actually, whatever it is. I get a truly regular head of beer flavor off the top of this one. It's very wheated at the end. The end is totally absolute a bread flavor. The front, there's not much flavor at all.
It's not bad.
No,
There's a nice little film on the glass. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
So
So
what do we know about Miller?
what we know about Miller is that High Life is probably the oldest. I mean, sorry, not probably. It is the oldest Miller product still on the line today. They did win a Gold Cup in 2002, and that was for the American Lager category. As you may know, it's the champagne of beers, but it's also known as a good, honest beer at a tasty price. And yeah, that's a good slogan. If you like boardroom meetings.
Champagne Velvet is the beer with the $1 million flavor, and that wasn't just like a slogan. It was actually they had an insurance policy. If it didn't taste like $1 million, you'd get $1 million. Which
No, it was an insurance policy for the business.
That's crazy. All right, let's finish this up, and we'll go to our next break.
Yeah, and like we said, this beer's pretty good. I think this is High Life. I'm not going to make any guesses. I actually kind of do think this might be Miller High Life.
I think so too. I've had enough Champagne Velvet in my life, but I need more in my life. It's hard to find. I only recently found it again at Total Wine, but it is great.
We'll see you guys in just a second.
The Champagne Velvet brand has existed for over 100 years. It was originally brewed by the Terre Haute Brewing Company in Terre Haute, Indiana at the turn of the 20th century. And then after Prohibition, it became one of the biggest beers in the country. It was sold throughout the United States and was widely distributed. When tasting this beer, it'll start out a little sweet up front. You'll get some of that sweet corn flavor, a nice balanced refreshment with the hops and the malt, and it'll finish very clean and crisp from the yeast character and the weeks of cold conditioning.
All right, we're back. Ready for beer number 2.
Number dos. Hey guys, so we wanted to give a little insight to what we do on the show here today. We cleanse our palate in between, and we wanted to make it a little bit more official what we do so that people know that we're pretty serious about our palates being cleansed. We got Topo Chico, we've got plain water. We like to cleanse our mouths with both, one or the other, or both, depending on which. We've got pickles here, which just straight regular pickles. And this in our specialty hams glasses to cleanse our nose. And that's filled with coffee grounds, sought by the world as maybe one of the best scent cleansing places. That way we start fresh with every beer.
Yes.
Without further ado.
And I love pickles.
He does. But who doesn't?
If you don't, you're weirdo. You're a weirdo.
All right. So we've got beer number 2.
All right. It's a little pale.
It's very pale.
It is pretty bubbly.
Pretty bubbly. No head, as you can see.
Yeah.
It smells a lot more bitter.
Yes.
Still has a classic beer scent, though. Kind of a weeded flavor. Just, all right. Let's try it.
Cheers. That's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's sweet and it's bitter.
That's champagne velvet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt.
It's good though. But I think we already knew that.
So, tasting this beer, it's got a lot more complexity up front. It's very, like we said, it's bitter. It's almost astringent, but it's good. It also is velvety. The lack of head somehow, even though, gives it this smooth flavor all the way to the back of the mouth. It definitely is a step above domestic lager because it's, it's a lager, it's a Pilsner.
But it's an everyday drinking beer. As just like Thorne said earlier. It's really good. So let's find out what it is. What we are. So what is beer number 1, cameraman?
Beer number 1 is Miller High Life, and beer number 2 is Champagne Velvet.
So, we knew that when we guessed it.
Yep.
It wasn't this isn't much of a blind taste test. I think that it's kind of apples to oranges a little bit. I was surprised with how much I like Miller High Life without a bias.
Yeah.
Between these two, of course, Champagne Velvet takes the cake, but I don't really know if it's exactly a winner.
No, High Life is honestly, I didn't have much. I didn't have very high expectations for it, but it actually tasted a lot better than I thought. It was far better than Miller Genuine Draft. That beer's straight up trash. I guess that's pretty harsh. We're usually pretty nice
with
on the
these
show.
domestic lagers, we're pretty nice about them, but I feel like Genuine Draft really was a letdown completely.
Yeah.
But High Life is, honestly, I would say it's good. I like High Life now, and I kind of didn't think I did before, bias or not.
Yeah.
But Champagne Velvet is delicious. So if any of you guys out there see it up there in Indiana or anything like that, I know Upland Brewing somewhere up there.
It's like 4.6, so it's something that you could, sit around and drink all day, wash your
Miller
van.
High Life is 4.6.
Champagne Velvet's higher. What is it, 5.5?
5.5.
Sorry.
But if you guys see it in a bottle anywhere in stock, send it to us. We want to try it. I want to see it in a bottle too. I want to see it.
Yeah, and taste it in a bottle.
Yeah.
All right, like and subscribe.
Remember, let us know if you guys want to see any beers you love, any beers you hate, anything you want us to try. Tell us.
Yeah,
Leave
let
a
us
comment
know.
below.
See you next week.
Thorne! 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 Thorne.